This week's San Carlos TV Video of the Week is all about getting lucky. And let's face it, who in San Carlos doesn't want to get lucky at least once in their lifetime?
Hi, my name is Jim Kawaguchi, and the story that I'm going to talk about today is Lucky.
On the 1st of March, a dog named Lucky was stolen from a car parked at the estuary. And with that event, a several-month sojourn was embarked upon by the owner of Lucky to try to get him back.
On March 1st, Lucky, Letty, and I decided to spend our afternoon by camping or going hiking out in the estuary.
Like an afternoon hike at the estuary.
Afternoon hike in the estuary. And we walked in. As we entered the estuary, we noticed that there was a sign, no animals and no dogs allowed into the estuary. So basically, the estuary at El Pilar was protected, and certainly we respected that. So we decided to keep Lucky in the car, which was very much accustomed to here in San Carlos. Well, Letty and I are enjoying our time walking through the estuary, and halfway into our walk, I heard the Mercedes alarm go off.
We were just having a very good time here in San Carlos, and then when we saw that Lucky was not in the car, everything was like a cold shower, and we cried a lot, that day.
Well, after we investigated the car, we looked under the normal area where Lucky would be sitting, which was underneath the glove seat, and he was gone. And our search started there.
So we looked all over, we were running all over the estuary, and we couldn't find him. And then, we didn't want to leave, the estuary because we wanted to find Lucky. But that night, we went, everybody to our houses, but we couldn't sleep. The next day we got up early and started looking all over, and we went to the police station. We did everything what we could in our hands. But then later, Jim was so smart, he started making a plan right away, what we were going to do.
One of the most important things I realized that networking would be very important. Facebook wasn't my first choice. However, Viva San Carlos was. And I used Viva San Carlos and local people as a platform to communicate with. And almost immediately I started receiving response on what to do and what not to do. So certainly that helped me in my search.
When did you print the big banners that I saw on the street during Easter? I saw those in Guaymas, I saw them in San Carlos. I thought that was that key to getting Lucky back? Or because I saw those banners, I said, boy, a lot of people are going to see that.
The banners were very important in reaching people. The ordinary traffic in San Carlos on any average day could be 3,000 or 4,000 people driving up and down the street. And surely it reached out and it let the community know that the dog was lost. We had touched people in the community with hand cards and by reaching out to people individually in businesses. But the traffic, the movement of the traffic certainly helped us get the information out there. And so the banners were also located in Guaymas, in Palma, and Obregon. So the information was out there.
How many phone calls did you get before you got the one?
Oh.
How many people said they thought they had Lucky, and then, how many?
Probably 50.
50?
Probably 50. And then we went to, 15, we saw like 15 or 20 dogs.
So you got 50 phone calls and you checked out 50
Yeah,
dogs.
we went, and every time we were, oh, it's Lucky, we all hopped, and then we saw the dogs, and the people also were, so excited, say, hey, this is Lucky, and then when we saw them, no, it's not Lucky.
And some of them seemed to be real claims, and some people just wanted to receive the reward money.
Which was 26,000 pesos, right? You offered a reward and everything?
The reward started off at nothing. Oh, it was just basically a blank, just open, for negotiation.
And then as time progressed, you probably...
It went from 500 all the way to 2,000. So the people that had discovered or had Lucky claimed that they had seen the billboard in the entrance on the way in just after Semana Santa. And they held on to the information for some time because they had Lucky evidently for 2 months.
Semana Santa is just a few weeks after Lucky is lost.
Right.
So.
And the information there was so much information out there about Lucky that it created hesitation with them in returning the dog in fear of getting in trouble. See, at that time, Lucky was lovable and adorable. And it's just like any puppy or any dog. It's something that we all enjoy at first, but then we realize, some people realize, they can't take care of the needs of an animal. And I think this was the case with Lucky. A week or two after I returned, I had received a text from Letty. And this text included a picture of Lucky, and Letty was expressing, I think we have Lucky here. Well, I had been through this so many times, I felt this was just another dog. Another false claim. And so what I did was I said, please have them take a picture. And one of the things that was unique with Lucky was his jawline. He had no teeth at the bottom. He had 6 missing teeth in the bottom jaw. So I said, have them take a picture of the lower jaw, of the lower mandible, which they did. So I got a picture of it, and there, lo and behold, there were no teeth. So I sent a picture of the jawline off to his vet in California. Dr. Yale at California Oaks proclaimed that this was Lucky. So my next question, it's forensics. So she took a look at the x-rays and matched them to the teeth and said, this is your dog, you got to go get him. So my next question was, well, where was this dog located? Because Letty and I had been to Hermosillo, San Carlos, Guaymas, Obregon, and Palme. We had searched all these cities thoroughly. And we didn't get a Los Mochis.
Well, you know, we set up a place to meet with this lady, and it was like a Soriana supermarket, big supermarket. But the ladies, when they arrived, we were in the car, and the ladies were all tattooed. You know, their legs, they were with tattoos, and it was one lady, you know, acted like if was like talking on the phone, you know, on the side, and so it was 3 ladies. I was afraid when Jim was out of the car, you know, oh no, I hope he comes back, because, you know, we were thinking that something might happen, you know, but when Lupita says, oh no, Alvaro goes with him, you know, says, and then we feel okay, then they're going to think he's a bodyguard or something, because he's big. And so everything was
so
fine.
you guys did it right there at in the Soriana?
Yeah.
Okay, in the parking lot of the Soriana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucky was very different when I had met him. He was very reclusive, he was ragged, and his senses were basically lost. And one thing Lucky and I had in common, at first when I picked him up, he didn't recognize me. He was just tired, very, very tired.
Since he was a puppy?
I've had Lucky since he was a puppy, and I adopted Lucky here.
Oh, so he's a rescue dog?
He's a rescue from San Carlos, and he was in a box. And so when I finally decided there's only way I could find out this was Lucky, and I'm going to look at his jawline again. I looked at it, and it was Lucky. And I figured there was something else going on with him at this point. And I said, you know, I'm going to howl, I love you, to Lucky. And I picked him up by his front legs and stood him on his back 2 legs. And I said, Lucky, I love you. And they just kind of paid attention. And I said, Lucky, I love you again. And then a 3rd time. And he looked at me, picked up his head, and he started saying, I love you back. I said, this is Lucky. And I looked up at Alvaro, who was 6'3", 6'4", a very large man. And he said, get your money out. I took the money out, handed it to the girls, and they shook my hand like it was business. And we packed up, got in the car, and we left.
We never lost our hope. Sometimes Jim was kind of feeling that, oh no, this is too much, you know. We were in all the low, how you say, barrios in Guaymas, and sometimes I was scared, because we were in his car and everybody was looking at us. Everybody knew about Lucky, and they were trying to, you know, to get the attention. So
I want to mention many thanks to Viva San Carlos and to all the people that participated in their comments and steering me straight forward and keeping me positive in the hunt and the finding of Lucky.
Did you have doubt? It went 3 months, right? About 3 months?
About 3 months.
Were you starting to lose hope, or how did that go?
Oh yes, I never lost sight of Lucky, but I was surely surrendering to the fact that he might be gone or not here on Earth anymore.
Anything else you want to mention?
Well, I really appreciate, you know, all the people, you know, that were giving their hope and their good vibes. And everybody was asking me, you know, well, how about where is the dog? Did you find it? And I said, yes. Yes, we found it, so everybody was happy, and so we thank you, everybody.
All right, cool. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to death that Jim asked me if I would want to write a short story on it, and we set up a telephone interview, and he was telling me about the kill centers and that, and I said, Jim, this is a full book, and he goes, is that something you'd like to take on? And I said, absolutely.
I love you! 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 Okay. There are some good lessons to be learned from Lucky's story for locals here in San Carlos. Perhaps the most important one is that if you plan on visiting the estuary, Estuary El Soldadao, you need to consider the following things. Number one, don't park a really nice car there. Many cars have been broken into out there, and that's where Lucky was kidnapped. Which leads us to number two, don't leave anything of value in your car at the estuary. Do not think that since you are parked right next to the Condominios Pilar, that will save you from being broken into. It will not. An acquaintance of mine just recently parked her very nice brand new truck with her purse in it out at the estuary, and thieves broke the window, rifled through her purse, and got a really nice iPhone out of the deed. Number three, if possible, park out at the entrance to Pilar or the Bahia Delfin where there are actually security guards. So keep your guard up at the estuary. There are thieves among us. Okay, so that wraps it up for this week's Video of the Week. I'm Vince. Thanks for watching. It's been a while since we threw a video out there. We got some more coming up for you soon. And con el favor de Dios, we do hope to see you mañana.